What's up, y'all? How y'all doing today or this evening? It is Monday, y'all. Monday, July the 7th. And y'all already know those Mondays? Anywho, welcome to the Informed Voice Podcast. It is 7:02. I'll give it a couple of more minutes. See if anybody gonna chime in. If not, welcome to the replay game. Welcome, the replay game. Welcome to the Informed Voice Podcast. I am your host, Takesha, and tonight we are talking about teaching through songs, stories, and smiles. Yep, that's our topic for tonight. Teaching through songs, stories, and smiles. Yeah, so if any of you guys know how to teach through a song, a story, and a smile, make sure y'all drop it in the comments. Okay? We're not gonna be that. I'm not gonna be that long. For some reason, I always talk in third party, y'all. Always, always. Don't know why, but yeah. I hope everybody is well. I hope your day was amazing, prosperous, productive. And if you didn't do anything kind for nobody last week, make sure you do something kind for somebody this week. Okay? Kindness goes a long way. It don't have to be the biggest thing. It can be the smallest thing. Okay? A phone call, a checkup. We got one more minute. We'll give it to 7:05, and then we gonna get this thing rolling. Cause I'm hungry. Yes, I am hungry. Um, yeah, I'm trying to keep this ball game rolling. Y'all, it'd be so hard trying to do all these different videos with these old crazy channels I got. At some point, your girl is gonna get rid of all the channel and just keep the main channel. Get rid of all those other channels and keep the main channel, okay? Because ain't nobody got time for that. And the older it seems like I'm getting, is like I don't have time for it. For real, I don't. But before we start, because it's 7:05, I'm gonna drink some water because I'm thirsty. Oh, that's some good cold water. All right, y'all. So, in this episode, we are going to explore how songs, stories, and a smile simply can turn everybody moments into powerful teaching opportunities. Whether you're a parent or an early educator, you need to discover how these tools build connections, how they boost your learning and create joyful memories that last a lifetime. Okay. So again, I'm gonna introduce myself. Hey y'all, welcome back to the Informed Voice Podcast. And I am your host, Takesha Bowden, and today we're diving into something close to every educator's heart, okay? The magic of teaching through songs, stories, and smile. If you've ever watched a child light up when you sing a song and one of their favorite songs, or laugh at a silly story, you already know these moments matter. The smallest moments matter. They are not just fun. They are what's going to keep that house, that community together. There are foundational. It has to be a strong foundation. So grab you a cup of tea, a coffee, cup of water, a snack, whatever, of something warm or cold, and let's talk about how we make learning unforgettable. All right, so we're going to break off with my first point, songs that teach. Okay, what are songs that teach. And here are 3 key points. Songs improve memory, rhythm, and language development. Repetition in songs help children learn routines and concepts like counting, the days of the week, and emotions. Music builds community and calm in the classroom. Absolutely, it does. So I'm going to give you a real life example. Every morning I start circle time with a hello song. Hello, 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 and how are you? Okay. And even the shyest kid begin to feel seen and welcome. So let me ask you this. Here's an engaging prompt. What's one song your child or your children love that they will sing even at home or in the car? Let me know down below in the comment section. I'm going to elaborate a little bit more on how music or how does songs teach children. So songs improve a child's memory. How does it? Welcome in. Much love. Welcome in tonight. As you see going across the screen, that is our topic on what we are talking about. So just to dive a little bit deeper on songs that teach. So again, song improve memory. Songs naturally have rhythm, rhyme, and repetition, all of which cue the brain to remember, right? Think about how we all still remember the alphabet. Song are nursery rhymes from childhood. Melody and beat organize information in a pattern, making it easier for young brains to store and recall. Example, a clear example. When a child sings, clean up, everybody, everywhere, they're not just repeating words. What are they doing? They are reinforcing the behavior and expectation tied in that moment. Period. Also, learning through songs build rhythm. Rhythm is foundational to language. When children clap, stomp, or tap while singing, they are what? Practicing timing, pacing, and coordination, which helps with speech flow and motor development. Yep. Rhythmic songs support phonological awareness, okay, which is key to reading readiness. That's just like school readiness. We deal with that also. So here's a tip for you. Try clapping to syllables in songs or letting kids use instruments, even spoons or cups, to feel the beat in their bodies. So another one I want to elaborate on about songs. Songs strengthen language development. It introduced new vocabulary and context. Children learn sentence structure and sound patterns naturally through repeated singing. Songs often emphasize emotion words, actions, and descriptions, helping children to what? Connect meaningful or meaning to feeling. Here's another example. I had all the examples for you. If a song says, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands, a child learns what happy feels like, what to do with that feeling, and how to express it. Did you know that? Let me know in the comment section. Did you know that? Repetition is key. Teachers, routines, and concepts. Singing the same song daily creates predictability, which toddlers and preschoolers thrive on. Okay, repetition builds confidence because the child begins to what? Anticipate what's next. They want to know what's next, what's next. Always. Through songs, kids learn everyday skills. What are them skills, Journey with Kiki? Counting, the days of the week, emotions, and transitions. I'm sorry. In my classroom, the kids love the Five Little Ducks. Five little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away. And they actually, like the older the older ones that I have, they will go and get the Five Little Duck books. Sing the days of the week: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, if you're happy and you know we talked about that. Or during transitions, you should have like some type of song to warn the kids, let the kids get ready to know that it's about to be a transition, whether if it's clean up, it's always clean up before you go to the next thing. So here's another engagement prompt that I have for you all. Tell me one routine song your kids depend on. Drop me a voice message or tag me on a social media. Please do that, y'all. I love the engagement. I want to hear your classroom or home playlist. And my last one that I got about music and how children learn is music builds community and calm. When children sing together, they feel what? Connected. It gives a sense of belonging. Like in my class, if you have like some of them that might be doing something else and we're sitting on the carpet, because we don't force the kids to come to the carpet. And so once they start like hearing us sing or read a story, they kind of actually stop in that present moment that they are in. And then they come to whatever area we are at in the classroom and join us for real, for real. So that is so lovable. Lovable. So, okay, so it makes them feel connected. It gives them a sense of belonging. Music lowers stress levels and sets the emotional tone, which helps children feel safe and emotionally regulated. Okay, calm and lullabies are soft background music during transitions, like your nap time, your cleanup time, help signals to the brain to slow it down. Because when it's free play, well, not just free play, even if it is free play, they're still learning in all the areas of the classroom. Okay, but then when it's time to transition, you have to give them warnings so they can be able to wrap their mind to it. Like, okay, we got 5 minutes, now we got 4, 3. Okay. So another example, in my classroom, I play soft. Well, I don't play an actual guitar, but I have a CD that's guitar music. So when it was time to wind it down, it was like magic. The kids knew it was time to shift gears. No yelling, no chayos, just rhythm and routine. And I love that. I love it. I love it. So going with my second pointer is called Stories That Stick. Do you guys read your kids' stories? Do you read your kids' stories? You guys should be reading your kids, your grandkids, nieces, nephews' stories. Y'all, my replay game, let me know. Do y'all read your kids or anybody? If you are educators out here, let me know. Let's connect. Let's collab. Okay, stories that stick. I have about 3 key points on that. Stories develop imagination, empathy, and critical thinking. Reading aloud introduces new vocabulary and sentences structure. Okay. Storytelling helps children relate life lessons in safe, imaginative ways. So here's a tip for you. Let your voice act out characters. I love it. I love that moment when we are doing story time or just singing. What do? You be silly with it sometimes. You be dramatic with it, or you whisper it. And they will what? Hang on every word. They love it when you play the character. So here is an engaging prompt. What's the story or book that stuck with your child? Share it with me in the comment section. I'm always adding to my bookshelf at work. Okay, so here's my last pointer. It's just point 3. The power of a smile. Do you know how how long a smile go. I'm sorry, I think I need some more water. I'm getting choked up over here. Sorry. All right, y'all. So the power of a smile. I have 3 key points, and I also want to elaborate just a little bit deeper into that right there, the power of a smile. So my key points are: smile build trust, it reduces anxiety and show children they are what? Safe and loved. It also shows positive emotional energy, boosts engagement and motivation. Also, a smile can turn a child's whole day around, just like a smile can turn an educator around. Her day could be going bad, got out the bed on the wrong foot, or somebody, just trying to mess up your day and not let you have that good day that you know that you always have. So sometimes when you go in the classroom, you can be feeling a certain type of way, but once them kids, you start engaging with them kids, and they are the most silliest, funniest, crazy characters in the world, and they make you laugh. They fill you with joy. So they definitely have turned my frown upside down to a smile. Okay. So here's another example. This is so funny. I once had a little boy who never spoke, right? This is when I was with preschoolers, until one day, after about 3 weeks went by of me simply smiling, singing songs, reading stories. He was sitting beside me at lunch, and he whispered to me, "Thank you." Because I gave him seconds with the crackers and cheese. And that smile was his bridge to open up. And that's exactly what he did. He opened up. So I'm gonna elaborate a little bit deeper into that. So smiles build trust. I just said that children are constantly reading facial expressions to understand who's safe. When you consistently greet them with a warm smile, they what associate you with comfort and security. This create an emotional bond that tells the child, you can trust me. You belong here. I had a child who came in crying every morning. I didn't force words, just met him at the door with a calm smile every day. By the second week, I kid you not, he started smiling back before I even said a word. Mind you, I said I didn't even say a word. He started saying a word after about the second week. Smiles reduce anxiety. Okay, children pick up on an adult stress and energy quickly. Kids know when it is trouble in the room. Kids know when, if they're at home or at school, when people are not getting along, they feel that vibe. A tense face can feel threatening. A smile sends the signal, you're safe. I am happy to see you. Smiling also helps to regulate a child's nervous system, which lowers anxiety and fear. So here's a tip for you. If a child is having a tough moment, no matter where you at, you can be in the doctor's office or the grocery store. Try softening your voice and adding a gentle smile. You're helping their brain calm down. This reminds me of conscious discipline. So before you even say anything, okay? So smiles show what they are loved, especially for young children who may not yet have the words. A smile is emotional language. When sometimes when we smile at a child or children, even after a mistake, it shows what? That your love is not conditional. Okay? This builds emotional resilience, helping them recover from what? Frustration, shame, or fear. Okay? So, another example, I had a student who spilled milk all over her art project. Oh my God. When I tell you she froze, I walked over, knelt beside her, and just smiled. That one smile told her, it's okay. It's okay. Spilt milk. Tell me, what do it look like? I love that book, Spilt Milk. If you don't know about Spilled Milk book, go check it out at the library. We can fix this, and we did. Positive energy boosts engagement. A cheerful teacher creates a welcoming environment, which makes children more what likely to participate. Positivity and is contagious. When children feel encouraged, they try harder. They take risks and stay focused longer. A smile, okay, at the right time can be what? It can motivate a child to keep going, right? Even when it feels hard. So I have another prompt for you. Think about a time someone smiled at you when you felt unsure. Did it help you? Now imagine what that means for a 3-year-old. And my last one, a smile can turn a child's day around. Children carry big emotions in small bodies. A single warm moment can reroute their what? Their mood. Your smile might be the first one they have seen all day. We don't know what these kids get at home. We don't know how these kids is treated at home. We don't know if these kids play with toys at home, got a backyard, front yard, can play outside. We don't know how often these kids eat. So when they come to school, they need to feel all that. They need to feel belong, love. We need to make sure they eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a snack. Do you hear me? And a snack. Not dinner. Did I say dinner? Breakfast, lunch, and a snack. Okay, we need to make sure we got all different areas in the classroom where they can play with the toys. They go outside. We don't know if kids go outside. Can be the environment can be like super ridiculous. All right, y'all. So also it costs nothing, right? It don't cost nothing, but it has the power to reset frustration, sadness, and loneliness. Okay. So here's a little heartfelt moment I got right here. There was a little girl, I remember last year or the year before last, in my classroom, whose morning started with childs at home. Okay, at home. Mom used to tell me all the time. But when she saw me and smiled and said, I'm so glad. When I said, I'm so glad that she's here, she would light up. Okay. She would go closer to her mama, but you could see that smile coming out of her. And I knew that moment mattered. You know, just the simplest things, the smallest things matter. All right, y'all. So I'm about to wrap it up, close it out. I just want y'all to know whether you're singing a silly tune, reading a favorite book, or just giving a smile that says, I see you, you're teaching, you're connecting, you're planting seeds. Let us never forget or underestimate how powerful these small tools are in shaping a child's world. Okay. So I want to say if today's message spoke to you, share this episode with another parent or teacher and tell me how you teaching through songs, stories, and smiles. Tag me or send me a message or leave a comment down below. I love hearing from you. And I'm going to end out with this little closing prayer. God, thank you for the gifts of music, the power of storytelling, and the healing in simple smile. In a simple smile. Help us to teach with joy, love, and creativity every day. Those children need it. They need it. So again, you guys, thank you for coming out. My replay gang, I appreciate you. Thank you. Again, this was the Informed Voice Podcast. I'm your host, Takesha, and tonight's topic was teaching through songs, stories, and smiles. Love you all. Have a blessed, safe rest of your night.